Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Katie's Empire, and we got another interesting video today for you guys to check out. So today's video is going to be about the late, great Kevin Samuels. All right, so he's going to get into it with a modern day woman. So let's just see how this thing goes, all right, and then we'll dissect it afterward. Let's get into it.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. How old are you again?
I'm 30.
Mm. So my question was, why don't your friends like my content? But do you have a question?
Yes. So my question was for the high value women or the women who are above the 10%.
Okay.
You made a
Earnings?
earnings.
Okay.
Yeah. You made a post about men who are the 6%. Why should they only have one woman?
3%.
3%. Why should
Mm-hmm.
they have one woman?
Mm-hmm.
So for women who are high valued, who are educated, who do make more than the 10%, how do we, I guess, get these 3%ers that only want one woman? I
Okay, first of all, a woman's not high value because of her income.
Okay.
The value proposition for women is different. You know, uh, she's attractive and appealing, uh, has a comforting character, she's discerning and disciplined, and several other things. But money doesn't make a woman high value.
Okay.
Otherwise, you could go into Hollywood. You go to places where women have hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars, and they still have to marry
Below.
men on a right. So you're basically asking, how do I get a 3% man to be a loyal? You want what all women tend to want. You want a loyal alpha. Why? Where in history have women ever been able to make that kind of demand of such a rare man?
I don't think ever. I mean, I understand it. I feel like every man that I've dated of high value has always wanted more women, but I just never. So is that something we should just deal with? Like,
Where in the history of human beings have men of high standing ever been expected to be solely monogamous?
I guess I don't know.
See, I was listening to Shahrazad Ali today. This culture we have here, the monogamy, like it or not, was really done for business reasons, more or less. But if you really look at human beings who kind of settle themselves accordingly, men of means tend to have more food, more resources, more men at arms, more soldiers, more this, more that. And he has a queen, and he also has what? Concubines. You get to be number one. But you got to look at it this way too, man. That's how human beings have evolved. And I know a lot of women are upset with that, but where in nature do you see the top males who are makes monogamous pair bonds? It's not even in our nature. Now, just because a man may choose to do it, why is that so important? And here's the funny thing: that man, the man you're talking about, is magnitudes more valuable than another man, just from an income standpoint. We're talking about a man who's at least 3 times more income than average men, right? At least. Then why doesn't he get 3 times more options of women?
It's the pause, man. It's the pause. It's the laugh because when you ask these type of questions, and these are the type of questions that most of them probably don't really ask themselves. You know what I mean? They've been fed this Hollywood fantasy that you're going to get that guy that's, above 6 feet, that makes over six figures, that got, you know what I mean? They got the six pack and all this, and he's gonna be that alpha assertive male those guys don't necessarily tend to be monogamous. Most of those guys that have all of that money, all of those resources and things like that, most of those guys are probably choosing to be single, especially considering how the dating market is going right now, especially considering how many men get into relationships, they go into marriages, and they get effed over. Most of those guys are just choosing just to remain single. And listen, I'm going to get the best of both worlds anyway. I mean, I pretty much already have everything else that I want in life. Like, I don't feel the need to really complicate those things. And also, I wanted to point out something that she first brought up when she said, you know, what about those high value women? And the very first thing that she brought up was the money and the education. Like he said, listen, education and money does not make you high value as a woman, because guys that are high value, they don't necessarily really care about how much money a woman makes. You know, if she has a bachelor or master's degree, as long as you are competent, you have common sense, and you have enough money to take care of yourself, that's all those guys really care about. Like, you know, as long as you're doing that upkeep for yourself, then we can rock. That's why you would see a guy that would have no issues with taking a young lady that's, you know, a server or at like a fast food restaurant or something like that, and making her his wife, right? Because guys don't value those things. What they do value is your femininity, how feminine, how soft, how cooperative you are. Like, those things that women value are completely different from what a man values. But I don't want to get too much into it because I want to talk about it down in the comments. So y'all let me know, what do you guys think about this? Do y'all believe, do y'all agree with what Kevin Samuels was saying, or do you think that he was off? Do you think that I was off? Let me know down in the comments, and let's get into it. All right, guys, until the next time, y'all be blessed, y'all be beautiful, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Blueberry, Burberry, button-up, tan skin, mixed race, buttercup, Canada weather, got a bundle up. I'm tryna work, she hit my phone, she wanna, whoa.